Here's why your Claude Code sessions sometimes go sideways. Context. Too much and Claude gets confused. Too little and it hallucinates. The developers getting incredible results. They're mastering context engineering. And I'm about to show you exactly how they do it. Hey, Alex here from Grit AI Studio. Welcome to another episode in our Mastering Claude Code series. Today we're diving into context management, the skill that separates frustrating Claude Code sessions from magical ones. By the end, you'll know how to visualize your context, when to clear it, and the Subagent trick that preserves your main conversation. In case you missed it, make sure you check out our Getting Started video and our video about managing rules and memory in Claude Code. Links in the description below. Okay, let's engineer some context. Here's the thing about LLMs. They have an attention budget. Every token in your context window competes for attention. Think of it like a meeting. If you invite 50 people who all talk at once, nothing productive happens. But if you have 5 focused experts with relevant information, you can achieve magic. The same applies to Claude Code. Context engineering is about selecting the highest impact tokens with minimal noise. With too much context, Claude loses focus on your actual task. Performance degrades and responses become generic. With too little context, well, then we encounter hallucinations. Claude fills in the blanks. Wrong assumptions about your codebase or generic solutions that don't fit. The sweet spot is selective, relevant context. Let's visualize what's happening. See this grid? Each block represents context usage. You can see how much of your window is used, what's taking up space, and when you're approaching limits. This is your context dashboard. You should check it regularly. When you see this getting full, don't wait for auto-compact. You want to be in control. Auto-compact is convenient, but there's a problem. When Claude auto-compacts, it decides what to keep and what to throw away. Sometimes it throws away the wrong things. Your carefully established context, gone. That important decision from earlier, summarized away. You lose control of the narrative. Instead, you should use manual summarization. Let's summarize where we are, what we've accomplished, what's the current state, and what are our next steps. Put this in progress.md. Now you decide what's preserved. Clear the context, reference the file, continue with exactly the context you need. Clean slate, focus context, full control. Here's a power move most people miss. Each subagent has its own context window. When Claude delegates to a subagent, the subagent gets a fresh context. It does deep exploration, returns a summary. Your main context stays clean. Let's say I need to understand a complex module. Use the Explore subagent to analyze the authentication module in depth. Return a summary of how it works. The Explore agent digs through dozens of files, and all that exploration stays isolated. When it comes back to my main context, it's just a clean summary. This is how you do deep research without polluting your main conversation. You can even be explicit. This task will require reading many files. Use a subagent for the research phase. I like seeing context usage at all times. There's a community package for this. Set up the CC usage package and you get context in your status line. Real-time awareness of your context budget. When I see it climbing above 60%, I start thinking about summarization. Above 80%, definitely time to compact manually. Constant visibility beats surprise autocompact every time. Be intentional about what you load. Instead of letting Claude search your entire codebase, do this instead. The first approach might load 20 files. The second loads exactly what matters. Same result with a fraction of the context. Here's a pro tip for you. When referencing a directory like source components, you get a listing but not full file contents. Use this for structural understanding without context explosion. When you do need to compact, you can also guide it. /compact, focus on preserving our authentication refactoring discussion. The database work is complete and can be summarized briefly. Claude compacts with your priorities. What matters most gets preserved in detail. What's done gets summarized. This is miles better than blind autocompact. Here are some pro tips for context mastery. 1. /clear between tasks. Switch from authentication to building a dashboard while /clear first. Old context doesn't help with the new work. 2. Checkpoint to files. Before major context clears, save state to markdown. It's your persistent memory. 3. Use /context as a habit. Know where you stand. Number 4. Reference over search. @references loads exactly what you need. Let Claude search when you genuinely don't know where something is. And number 5. Plan mode exploration uses subagents. That's why plan mode is great for research. Your main context stays clean. Number 6. When context fills up, don't panic. Summarize, clear, continue, and turn it into a habit. So a quick recap. Context is your attention budget. /context visualizes your usage. Manual summarization beats autocompact. Subagents isolate exploration context. @references load precisely what you need. /compact with instructions preserves what matters. Mastering context is key to mastering Claude Code. In the next video, we're diving into plan mode, thinking deeply before writing any code. That's where complex projects succeed or fail. Subscribe to catch it, and I'll see you in the next one.